This is Computer Science Discoveries, and we are in Unit 3 and in Lesson number 3. And here's where you're really going to start working in Game Lab and learning all about JavaScript, and you'll have the choice of using blocks or just text as you program. Alrighty, so let's take a look. Any diamond-shaped level is giving you information. And so you're getting used to Game Lab. Here are your 3 new codes that you're going to be working with. And we're going to do some debugging and some programming. Hit continue. Now take a look at this level. Okay, I want you to start getting used to how your screen looks. So this is where your program is going to show what's run. This is the toolbox. This will give you various code and commands that you can use to drag on over and put into your workspace. You can also collapse the toolbox if you need to see more room for your workspace. And here's your workspace. I want to highlight this right here about show text. If you click on this, then it takes off those colored blocks and you just see the actual code to type in. Some people prefer it this way. Some people like the blocks. So you can toggle back and forth. Even if you are in text mode, you can drag commands over here to plop them in, and it will just put it that way in text mode. If you want to get rid of stuff in text mode, just backspace over it. Or if you want have the block show, you can grab the block and throw it off to the side and it'll take care of it for you. Now, be sure, please, that you read your instructions. Okay, so it says, welcome. You've practiced the basics of now placing shapes on the grid, and now you're going to do the same thing. Please make sure you read the do this specifically so that you accomplish everything that it's asking you to do. And it always helps to be next to a partner so that you can discuss how things work and where. You have a line of code. Before you click, I shouldn't have done that. It said, go ahead and predict where you think it's going to be by looking at the code that's in there for the XY position. If it helps, put the grid on. Notice when I move my mouse around, it also gives you your X and Y coordinates. Here's where it is at 100, 100. Okay, so take a look what that means. Change the numbers inside the block here and try running it again. So let's say I wanted to go like 275 or something like that. Hit reset and run again, and now it's in a different position. That's really all you need to do here is play around with this, but your last instruction is try to place it near the bottom right of the screen. So if I do that and I try like 300 and 300, see how that goes. Getting there, you keep challenging yourself to get it down in this position here. When you finish, go ahead and move on to this diamond level number 3. Here is a video that I want you to watch. Pay attention to what she is sharing there with you. Let's go to bubble number 4. Place squares in corners. Okay, a big part is understanding position. And if you participated in that placing objects and drawing, you understood very quickly how you're supposed to pay attention to the XY grid that you've got here. So I'm going to turn my grid on for sure. Place 2 rectangles exactly in the corners of the screen, just like this picture right here. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. We've got one rectangle at 100, 100. So if I go ahead and move that one, now I've got one of them in the upper left. We're going to have to add a rectangle. So let's draw that block over here. If it defaults here to 200, 200, which as you can see is putting it with its upper left corner right at the kind of what looks kind of like the origin, but really it's the center of this grid. So we want this one to be down there. So keep trying to move it with your numbers. Again, kind of like on the last level where I had put in 300, 300, and I reset and run it. It's getting down there. Go a little more. If I try 325, It's getting there. You complete it and see where your numbers for your values for X and Y need to be. All right, here we go. Level 5 is another video where they are going to explain a little difference here with, it says stroke and fill. This has to do with color. Pause my video and watch her, and then we'll move on to the home stretch here. All right, each one of these, okay, you can make different colors by using the fill command. See where that is right here? Ah, all right, so I can see what I've got here. I've got fill, it says blue. I've got this rectangle at 100, 100. Now I can kind of see where that is. And another one that's here at 250, 100. Okay. Change the color from blue to yellow. That's the first command. Okay. Let's see what this brings. Okay, cool. Now they're yellow. Add a new square by dragging a rectangle block into the code area. Okay, below the fill command. So I can just plop it here at the bottom. Notice they have this show me where. You can always use that. That's helpful. The new square can go any location on the screen. They're just giving you this for a visual. Go ahead and throw some numbers in there. So it always defaults to 200, 200, but let's do something like 300 and 225. Let's just say, aha, there it is. Okay. Don't feel like you always have to go in a box. Cool. That's all you have to do on level number 6. Let's see what level number 7 is going to ask you to do. In GameLab, it matters what order your code is in. The last lesson in lesson 2, you started as you were working with your partner, drawing that car. Your wheels had to come after you put the body of your car and for them to show properly. And the same thing is going to happen here. Okay, you'll see the difference when you use more than one color in your code. So let's take a look. Look at this code that draws these two rectangles. It says fill red at 175, 175. That's the red guy right there. Fill blue with this one that's 200. Change the red rectangle's color to green. Done. Okay. Then change the order of the code so the green rectangle appears on the top. That means we have to draw the blue one first and then draw the green one so that it's the second one. So all you really need to do, change the order. Does this match this now? Perfect. Oh, level 8. Looks like now they're adding ellipses. An ellipse mathematically usually refers to an oval, but if you have an ellipse that has the same horizontal diameter horizontal diameter versus vertical diameter, X and Y, if they're the same, it's a circle. Here's what we've got right now. Turn on my grid. I have an ellipse that is set here at this spot. Notice it says 100, 100. Oh, see these positioned by the center. That makes sense to me. Color is teal. Okay, add a new ellipse of a different color. Well, here's one. And so if I run it, oh, cool, there it is, but it's not a different color yet. So I've got to drag a fill in here, and I've got to put it above the second one. Now I've got one of a different color. Perfect. Hey, if you want, go ahead and go a little crazy here. And instead of using one of just the few colors they've put in there for you, go ahead and create a color here. Let's see, 255. Let's do green at 100. And then let's do blue at 50. See what that comes up as. Oh, interesting. Red. What if we cut back on the red a little bit? Just 25. Oh, that looks really close. I don't like that. Let's whoop this back up a little bit. Okay, play around with it if you like. Finish that level up, and now you're coming to the end challenge. This one, it says the code doesn't work the first time when it runs, okay? And that's where you have to go run it, look at it, see how you can tweak it, and try running it again. So this code below is supposed to make this picture on the right. Not quite, right? Looks like my flower petals here, these 4 orange circles are good, okay? But it says it looks like the programmer got confused about which order the code should be in, as well as how to put a square in the right place on the screen. So I'm looking at this, change the code so it makes the picture on the right. You want that inside square to be purple. Figure that out. Oh, they've got it right there. I want my square to be on top of, or in other words, drawn last, and it needs to be centered within these 4 circles. All right, good luck. Keep playing, figuring it out. I'm not going to show it to you. And as always, may the force be with you.